best-selling author. Yes, if you haven't got her book, you need to get that book. We'll be talking about that. The first book was written 35 years ago. She happened to be on Ghana soil 25 years ago. And guess what? She's back in the motherland, and I have captured her for 1 hour to make sure that I get everything from her so that it can impact on your life as well. Through her journey, we will be blessed because she will share what she has been through, and she will make sure that you are blessed with tonight's show. I hope that you enjoy the show, but please welcome my mother, your mother, Queen Afua.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too, Mommy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
having
coming
me. Yes.
on the show.
My honor.
It's been 25 years since you stepped your foot on Ghana soil. What made you come in the first place? And why, after 25 years, we're only seeing you back now?
Well, in the 60s, we all started to wake up in America, the African Americans, the African Caribbeans, and we all wanted to connect to our mother. That was the whole theme in the 60s, going back to Africa, when we were learning about culture, dance, language, attire, our hair, everything was connecting us back to the mother. We knew there was a missing link to who we are as people. And so I kept that in mind throughout my studies and my growth. And I said, one day I must come back home. Now, I didn't know I was going to come home to live, but I did for a moment. And so I had a client named Joe Minsa, master musician, and he said, he was with me for a year, and I did colonics with him. I gave him herbs, I gave him plant-based foods, and he was healing so much so. He said, I need you to come to Africa and create a healing village. I said, all right. And so I ended up going. Queen Esther, my right hand, Asthma, she encouraged me, and I was able to take the journey. I packed everything up. My children were with my mother, my 3 children, and I said, once I get settled, I'm bringing them with me back home. That was my mission, that was my vision. Things happened along the way. I was there for a few months, but I had to come back, but I understood why. I had to come back and write these books.
But wait, how old were your children when you left them to come to Ghana?
The oldest one was a teenager.
Okay.
He was about 13 years of age now. Now he's in his 40s.
Wow.
So they were young.
Okay.
But I was always traveling with my work, my healing work. But
So
that
were
was the
used to-
biggest travel I've ever taken in my life because I wasn't coming back here. Because I knew I had a new beginning. And I wanted to reconnect to my people. I always felt connected because my father was a Garveyite.
Okay.
And so I always felt the love of my people here, even though I was in America.
At the time, were you married? Did your husband say anything about you traveling to Ghana for a whole year?
Oh yes, I was married. And yes, he didn't really want me to go because he was from the Caribbean island. And so he came to America to develop his business and his work. But I had a mission and I had to leave and go forward. So I did leave, but I was going to come back and forth. So, you know, when you're on a mission, you have to listen to the Creator. Creator will guide you. And the family will have to adjust, you know, because we have to live our purpose.
Absolutely. How was the journey in Ghana at that time? Compared to now, how you see it? It's been 25 years. I'm sure there's been a lot of changes, a lot of difference that you've seen throughout the 25 years that you haven't been back.
Well, the first thing was the airport.
Yes.
I said, wait a minute. It was so smooth.
Yes.
I don't know if it was smooth because I've grown so much.
No, it was much better.
But it was so beautiful. Everything was organized in a way. But I didn't care how I came in the beginning. I just wanted to make a connection. So that was like the biggest shift. Right now, it's been a kind of a whirlwind. I've been meeting very high end, high up dignitaries. I've had an opportunity to meet the cabinet of the president of Ghana. And so it's been on that level, but also my mission has grown tremendously in terms of planetary healing, in terms of healing women in large numbers, that we will not suffer any further. So the work has grown. Right before coming here, I spoke at the United Nations online. So it's been a lot of personal growth which reflects this trip. This trip has been extraordinary. Just being with you. They say you are the Oprah of Ghana, you know, so all of that is like a big shift.
I want to go back to when you wrote your first book 35 years ago. Having read some of the stuff that you've said in interviews that you've done was that you wanted to heal people. The things that women go through, the things that we eat, all affects
Everything.
how we feel,
Yes.
how we communicate with somebody,
Yes.
our mood. And so what happened to you that you then wrote this book?
Well, the name of the book, the first book is called Heal Thyself.
Heal Thyself.
So it really was my story. Heal Thyself. I, as a teenager, had chronic asthma, allergies, hay fever, PMS. Every month I was bedridden with my menstrual flow. I had headaches, I had arthritis, I had a number of issues, and the doctor did not know what to do with me. So I was going to learn to live with them. And the doctor told my mother, your daughter should live in a glass house. She's allergic to everything. So I didn't have a lot of choices. And I was at my last moment of my medication, the most potent form for the asthma. The next thing would have been an iron lung respirator traveling with it. I went on a healing retreat with no awareness of wellness. I was eating fast food, junk foods, a lot of meat, dairy, everything. On that retreat, everybody was vegetarian. And then I had to be vegetarian for 3 days. So during that time, the asthma kicked in. Like sitting out here with the grass, I would have had an asthma attack. I'd have been scratching, my eyes would turn bloodshot. I could not handle nature. I was so toxic. So that weekend, I fasted. I was on juicing. I was on vegan foods. I was taking my teas, all of that. 24 hours, it shifted. The next morning I woke up, all this mucus just drained out for about an hour, and then the asthma just stopped. And the itching stopped. And I looked in the mirror, my eyes is not bloodshot red any further. My mind shifted. It was so calm as opposed to stressed out. And then I came out of the bathroom and I was looking in the space where the workshops were, and there was a book that pulled me in. Like my book pulls one in.
Yes.
Well, this book is called Dick Gregory, Cooking with Mother Nature. We all know Dick Gregory.
Yeah.
And that, I took that book home with me with a whole new lease of life. And the asthma never came back. I was 16 years of age. And the asthma, the allergy, now all the things I mentioned took 2 21-day cycles. And I detoxed, I changed my diet, I changed my lifestyle, and then I had no more asthma, allergies, hay fever, PMS, headaches, arthritis, purging my blood, building my bones up, clearing my mind, clearing out my colon. All my organs had a detox, and I got my health back. Now, that means heal thyself for me. How did I heal myself? Well, the Most High is in all nature, providing us a way to heal ourselves. But you have to know how to apply nature. You could be an all-around nature and still be sick.
It's true.
So over time, I became a colon therapist.
Wow.
I became a polarity practitioner, a nutritionalist based on holistic health. And then I opened up a wellness center. What am I going to call the center? Heal Thyself.
Heal Thyself.
And then I was encouraged to write a book because I was so charged up with this work that the radio personality, Bob Law at the time, he was like my spiritual grandfather in the spirit, he said, you have to write this. You have to write your journey and how you help people, what they can do to empower the people. So I accepted the position to write this book, Heal Thyself. So it was me heal myself, right? Then it was opening up a center called Heal Thyself. Then it was the book, Heal Thyself. And everybody came because they wanted to do what? To see heal thyself.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's how the journey happened for the book writing.
Wow.
And I didn't know how to write a book. I had no clue.
Wow. So what did you do?
Well, you know, it was amazing because I came on the radio show and Bob Law asked me the first time I came on his show, Queen, you need to make this a book. I said, sure, right.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I came on the second time, he said, Queen Afua, you need to go ahead and write your book. Sure. The third time, he said, everyone, Queen Afua is writing her book. Okay, that mouth, that's what happened to me. Okay. So I would be on my bike, I'm a biker in Brooklyn.
Wow.
And I'm riding my bike, people waving at me, Queen, when is your book coming out? When is your book coming out? I gathered all my notes of all the things I know that's going to work no matter what. Because I've worked with people so often and I know what to do. And I put it all in the book.
Wow.
And then the book just continued to grow. This is the second edition.
Wow.
It just kept growing. It has not stopped selling. Because
It's
people want to heal
amazing.
themselves.
No, people do want to heal
They wanna get
themselves.
better. Yeah.
You spoke about fibroids. There's a lot of black women with fibroids.
Yes.
menstrual diabetes, high blood pressure.
Yes, yes.
And you talk about the things that we eat, the junk food that are toxic in our body, that gives us so much mucus.
Yes.
Please go through some of the stuff that we are not supposed to put in our bodies.
Okay. Well, fibroid tumors, first of all, you have to, I'm going to demystify so quickly.
Okay.
It is just crystallized mucus
Wow.
that has accumulated. If you have mucus in your head, you might have brain fog. If you have mucus in your sinus, you might have sinus congestion.
Yeah.
If you have mucus in your lungs, like I had, you might have asthma. If you have mucus in your womb, it will be considered a fibroid. Now that fibroid is connected to heavy bleeding. Normally if a woman is bleeding 6, 7, 8 days, she has a small or a larger fibroid, but it's crystallized mucus. What is the mucus forming foods now? You have to study the foods. The dairy, the milk, the cheese, the ice cream, the eggs. You need your calcium, but you could be plant-based from your vegetables, from your dandelion, from your alfalfa, from your sea vegetables. That's your calcium. As a baby, they get calcium from the mother's breastfeeding. So that's the form of calcium. So milk, cheese, ice cream, eggs, when you start letting it go or cutting back, everyone can't change immediately, but just start cutting back. The next thing is the meat. Cut back on the meat. Everyone's not ready to shift everything. But when you cut back, every 28 days, you'll experience a different menstrual flow.
Wow.
Which means your womb is beginning to become well. So you may start with 7 to 8 days. The next month, because you let less meat, maybe have chicken, organic, take off the skin, not fry it, but steam it, bake it. Your fish, steam it. Those who can have beans, plant-based, the beans, the black beans, the garbanzo beans, the avocados, that's your vegetable-based protein. That will not cause a tumor to grow.
Wow.
So when I would talk with the women, I would say, let's look at this. Look at the number of days. This is your day 1 of self-womb reflection.
Yeah.
These are the number of days you have your menstrual flow. This is your tumor, whatever that size may be. This is your pain that you're having. Some is chronic pain. Some is a light pain. So record it.
Okay.
Now go through your detox and come back up. You're off of the meat or less of it, moving to plant-based. The dairy, less of it, making just almond milk or greens, all that's calcium. And then you're coming up with the white flour products or cutting back on some of that, not having it late at night.
Yeah.
And then those are things that grow the tumor.
Wow.
So now you cut back on that. Every month you'll say, wait a minute, my menstrual flow went down 2 days.
Wow.
The pain and the painkillers is half. Now you do another 28 days. Now you're on your 3rd month. And by the time you get to a whole season, you have womb wellness.
Wow.
The tumor, you start to going through a womb detox. So just like you have a cold, you take a soup, a tea, you blow your nose. All that mucus drains out. The cold is gone after a week or so. With the fibroid, it took years for it to grow. So when you start to detox, take the herbs, take the health foods, do the massaging, flush out the waste from the colon, because that's what causes it to be compressed.
Wow.
All of a sudden now your menstrual flow is down to 3, 2, 1 day, no pain, vaginal discharge gone, the tumor has shrunk, you become womb empowered.
Wow.
That's what it's all about. And if you see your physician, continue seeing your physician. After a month of cleansing, 2, 3 months, go back to your physician. The physician would say, what happened to you? You seem to be getting better. And then now you have empowered yourself as a woman. We don't have to suffer for lack of knowledge. That's really what it is. So I teach womb wellness inside of Sacred Women book.
Wow.
I teach you how to heal your womb. And you can use from castor oil packs to clay packs to live juicing to herb teas. There's so many ways naturally to heal your womb.
And I think even before, our great grandmothers, they used to just
This
eat
is what we
herbs. That's what
did.
they did. There was no fast food those times. And they ate natural stuff. But it's like life has now changed. There's this fastness about things that are happening that we've been introduced to McDonald's, we've been introduced to pizza, we've been introduced to all of these things, and it's impacting severely on our health. But we're not taking it that seriously as we should as women. Because like you said, women, I think you said something like, once you heal one woman, you heal
a family.
You heal a family.
Yeah, and I've observed it when a couple would come together and they would be trying to heal together, and I would tell her this is to do that, and all the things. And he would say, honey, what did she say? Did we have that in the house? what do we do? He would always inquire to his wife,
Yeah.
his mate, what should be done. And she would always say, oh, yes, we have that. We have that taken care of. No, we're going to get that.
Yeah.
She would always be the leadership
True.
in the healing. So when you heal a woman, she's already not going to heal her mate. She's going to take care of her children. She's going to take care of the elders in the community. That's the way of a woman. And it comes from an affirmation that I received in my studies in writing the books. And it's from the ancient Nile Valley teachings of the first people of Africa.
Wow.
And this is the affirmation that empowers all women to get to know what they came here to do. And if I can share that.
Yes, please.
Yes. We are the women who lighten the darkness.
We are the women that lighten the darkness.
We have come to lighten the darkness.
We have come to lighten the darkness.
It is lightened.
It is lightened.
We have overcome the destroyers.
We have overcome the destroyers.
We are there for those who weep.
We are there for those who weep,
who sunk down,
who sunk down,
who hide their faces.
who hide their faces.
They looked upon us then.
They looked upon us then.
We are the women.
We are the women.
We are the healers.
We are the healers.
We are the women.
We are the women.
We are the healers.
We are the healers.
So then women say, so okay, since I'm supposed to be a healer, then what is my tools? And that's where I teach them from Sacred Woman. These are the tools. Learn nature's way to heal your womb. I teach that in the training, the rites of passage for women. Then I go into using words as medicine. Food is medicine for the womb. Word is medicine. For what we speak, we create. Yes? And then I go into food as medicine. Then I go into movement as medicine. These are all the different forms of healing. Then I go to your inner child, connect to her, bring her up to speed to where you are in your healing and heal her. So all these are so many. Family as medicine with the family and how we can bring the healing together between man and woman, between yourself, between you and the Most High. Intuition as medicine. Your work as your medicine. These are 12 of the gateways.
So that's in the Sacred Women.
It's in the Sacred Women book.
Wow.
All the gateways of tapping in. Now this is an anniversary book. It's been out for 20 years, since 2000.
Wow.
Yes. And now it just came out a week and a half ago, right before coming here.
This is
so you're one of the very first to actually see the book.
Yes.
And
it's signed, guys. It's signed.
Because you're a great healer yourself.
84-day healing journal. Man, Heal Thyself.
Well, those are some of the other books that
you've written, yeah.
Yes.
Circles of Wellness.
Yes.
Overcoming an Angry Vagina. Journey of the Womb Wellness. The City of Wellness. Restoring your health through the 7 kitchens of consciousness. Wow. I want to read that one. A Guide to Healing the Feminine Body, Mind and Spirit, Sacred Women. That's the one that I have. Amazing.
Yeah. So women have told me that they consider that their Bible, women's Bible. And I'm happy about that because the book is very universal. And I say we acknowledge the sacred Christian women, sacred women Christian women, sacred women Muslim women, sacred women Akan, Yoruba women, sacred women Buddhist women, sacred women Kemetic women. From all the spiritual houses, we come together based on the root, the African mother of civilization. And through her cleansing and detoxification and reconnecting to the soil, reconnecting to the plants, reconnecting to natural healing, the air, the pure water, she learns how to heal herself, eat the air, fire, water, earth, and then she's able to give and pass this on to her daughters and her daughter's daughter. And then she's able to attract a healthier mate. And she's able to have healthier relationships by healing herself. She's the focus. Take care of the mother, take care of the feminine principle, and everyone is blessed.
Wow, absolutely amazing. Everybody is blessed, and I'm sure that you are blessed by the message so far. We're going to go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, and I want to delve into more about affirmations, how important it is, even in the mornings. My children have affirmations that they say every morning, and I want you to delve more into that, and I want you to explain to people why it is important that we have affirmations and we say it to ourselves and we believe it so that it makes sure that it comes true. We'll see you after the commercial break. I'm still with Queen Afua. Before we talk about affirmations, actually, I want to find out how you got the name Queen Afua. Afua is a Friday born, and it's a Kan name. How did you come about with the name? Was that a name that your parents gave to you, or did you acquire it when you came to Ghana?
Well, my name came through Baba Ishangi, which is Afua, born on Friday. He was my teacher of the African spirituality. And he received also that he was from Ghana, right? And then for Queen is Empress Akweke, my spiritual mother. And so she was very high in our community in Brooklyn, New York, and throughout the diaspora. So as both of them, as my early teachers of culture, I received them and I respected their request of me.
And how was life growing up as a child? Because I know you were a dancer. How did that all come about to then, being a spiritual healer, for you to start that journey? How did that all transpire as growing up?
Well, I was a young dancer. I studied dance. One of the main ones was Dunham technique. It was a combination of African, Brazilian, Haitian, and modern dance all together. And through Catherine Dunham, it's her teaching. And so that was my foundation, and I danced with the company, and I did it for many years. And then I did other forms of dance. I did some ballet, a little modern, but I started to tap into yoga practice.
Okay.
So in the early 70s, I started doing yoga, and I combined all the movements because I was also doing mountain climbing, I was on biking. I love movement.
Wow.
Movement energizes the mind, helps you release stress and anxiety, makes you feel strong and empowered. So all the forms of movement. But music, that was our culture. Everything that was about African culture, I wanted to know about. So the dance was a part of it.
Wow. And then what happened after the dance? You went into the yoga and the spiritual stuff. How did that?
Well, the yoga came once I realized I can get well holistically. Then I started to study hatha yoga, and then I started to study meditation. And I saw how that de-stresses you. So these are forms of medicine. Within that form of medicine, dance never left me. I still dance, and I still teach dance.
I know you still dance. I saw you dancing when the drums were playing. When you came from when you came to the Palm Beach Hotel, I saw you dancing, Queen.
And it have developed a system called womb yoga dance.
Wow.
Abu Imkaat. It's 108 movements.
Wow.
69 movements of womb yoga and 39 movements of womb yoga dance. And so dance is a language.
It's true.
And so the movements are based on African spirituality from the Nile Valley of Kemet. So when one puts their hands in lotus pose over the crown, it represents you coming out of the mud and you purify, and then you get a chance to blossom and open up. Then when you go into Renenet, the cobra, it means that you're opening up into your inner medicine of your left and right hemisphere of your brain.
Wow.
When you do the mesh connect, means then you spread out and you stretch down, means that you're birthing yourself. Wow. When you go into the position of Nu, it means that you are connected to the universal sky mother, which has all the light. She represents her light within inside of you. All of the movements, 108 of them, have a meaning.
Wow, 108. And it's like, I guess it's like the Adwa. We have Adwa dancing, which is from the Ashanti.
Yes,
and
yes, I love
every
that.
move
Ooh,
is a language.
Yes.
They're actually speaking.
Yes, yes.
So I understand what you're saying, that, you know, every single 108 moves has a meaning, and
Yes,
it's
yes.
powerful.
It's very powerful.
Once you learn it, you know that it's what you're saying, you know, the Adwa that they're doing, the hands and everything means something.
Yes. It's a moving affirmation. So the more that you do it, because then I saw the young Ghanaian dancer, when she's on her movement, it wasn't just her hands, it wasn't just her feet, it was her heart, it was her facial expression, it was power, it was strength, it was overcoming. It was so much, I could feel her language through the movement. So it's just like if I'm telling somebody to take herbs, or take a healing bath, or do the juicing, or do some meditation, dance is in that category.
Wow. Let's talk about the affirmations you just mentioned again. How important is it that we set affirmations for ourselves? We have affirmations that we say to ourselves every day, and how does it impact on our spirit, on our mind, to actually think that whatever we are saying will come to pass?
Our ancestors said, what we say, we create. So we can sometimes say affirmations that hurt. We can put ourselves down, we can beat ourselves up with our words, or we can say, I'm in this situation, but I'm going to speak myself to the next level up. I'm going to speak myself out. You can say, I feel defeated, and that becomes an affirmation of destruction, or I am empowered from what is happening in my life. So and also giving thanks in advance. Thank you, Most High, that I woke up this morning. So I'm opening myself up to a whole new day, a new beginning. So in Sacred Woman, we say Tahuti is the guardian from within, and the word represents the medicine, the scribe. It represents what you say as power, so it's Hekau. Every time you talk, don't talk unless you're going to speak powerful words. Train your mind, because we have the subliminal destroyer. And someone would say, oh, you look so beautiful. Not really, I'm just so okay. How can I help you? I'm good, I don't need any help. Those are affirmations that will break you down. Wow. So when you take time to think before you speak, take a deep breath before you speak, because you are really creating your life right at this very moment. Wow. And the more words that you say to affirm you say, I am getting stronger, I am better, I am learning, I am growing, I am becoming more positive. Imagine having 24 hours of just nothing but positive words to yourself. Your mind will be transformed. What you would attract will come to you when you say what you need, as opposed, don't say what you don't need all the time, or don't say what you're angry about, but say, okay, things are not working in my life, but they really are, because you're getting lessons. Every lesson is a blessing. And as you're learning your lessons, you get your blessings, and you keep elevating. Everywhere you come, more elevated. It's like fasting or cleansing. So now that's another form of medicine. Words, power, words to empower. And Hekau, these words of power, words as medicine. So you can't curse anybody out. You can't curse yourself out. You can't try to get the last word, just get the last word. You have to say, okay, what is going to be the result of these words that I'm about to share? Is it going to be for the good of myself or the relationship? Is it going to open the doors for healthy living? What are these words going to create? Just like what we eat. What am I going to eat that's going to make me feel sick or nauseous or give me headaches or get a bad attitude? What am I going to say that's going to make me vibrant and alive or less than who I really am? So words are very important. And if your mind is clean and clear, then the words that you speak are going to be on that high level. But if your mind is confused, you're going to speak words that destroy you.
That's true.
So then we have to eat well, drink well, we have to affirm ourselves well, and those words it's really creating a whole new reality.
Wow.
What is it that you want to create in your life? Write it down, journal it. Journal is part of the word. Because when you start writing it down, you start to see it. Then you see it, then you visualize it. And you visualize it, then you imbibe it. And then you walk those words. You walk with grace. You walk with peace. You walk, I'm a forgiving spirit. Even if you're not, say it anyway. Because eventually, if you say it enough, you will become aligned with those divine words. The Most High is within us and in our word and in our thoughts and in our food. So that's our protection.
Wow. Queen, but there's so much things around us these days that make us, even through COVID, being locked down, being away from family, family dying, and there's that spirit of fear that we are not able to see or go through the path of having so much faith because of what is happening around us. How do we still have that positive mind and energy?
The Creator has a master plan for our lives. And we're not just left out here. If we believe in the Spirit of the Most High, then we know that we're already taken care of in advance. So how does that care come into being? Through nature. We're sitting in nature. Why did you choose nature? Because nature calms the spirit. Nature gives you oxygen. Nature gives you vitamin D and charges you. Nature keeps your mind clear if your mind is foggy. So air, fire, water, earth, sun is shining on us, nature.
Yeah.
The air is clean. The grass is balancing us, keeping us centered. So nature's already providing for us. Now, if you have a life of a natural living, then your nature took care of you with the diabetes. It took care of me with my asthma. It took care of me with my pain.
Yeah.
It took away my pain. It was like a miracle. But that's what nature does. So we don't have to feel like we are in prison to disease. I got a phone call that was like so exciting to me from Black Girls Rock, Beverly Bond.
Wow.
Right? And I knew it was happening because it was at the end of March, the beginning of April. And I was positioned for that call, like getting a call from you, same energy, right? And she said, Queen, we are afraid. My community of women are afraid, and we don't know what to do. Word.
Yeah.
I'm so excited
Yep.
that you called me because I know exactly what to do. It's all about the immune system. We have to build up the immune system. The women must know that they can build it up through the foods in their kitchen and the foods in nature. We can pull that all together. Go into their healing. There's so many ways to build up your immune system. Also, I said, I want to teach them what to do for their respiratory system because we know that the virus is going to attack two areas, the lungs
Yeah.
and the immune system. But if you're following nature's laws, then you just have to get close to the mother nature and she will protect you and she will nurture you and heal you. So I got on the show and I have written the 9 protocols to boosting the immune system up for these times.
Wow.
And I gave it to them free. You go on the website and pick it up and spread it out to your community, your family. And so I came on for 1 hour. The people were so hyped up. They said, Queen Afua, I want her to stay with us. So she called me and said, Queen, can you stay with us longer? 1 day turned into 5 months. I took them through a 21-day detox, thousands of women and their families. I took them through sacred womb awakening work. They just wanted to stay with me. So we started in April and we closed out in July.
Wow.
So that's
And that's the impact that you're having on everyone that you come across. And I'm so excited that right now you are in Ghana.
Yes.
You have plans for Ghana.
I have plans.
And I want you to share some of that plans that you have for Ghana because everybody needs to know. We need to be shouting on the rooftop because you're bringing something really special to the motherland.
I've been waiting. This is another call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Divine appointment, divine hour at this very moment. The virus is amazing because it makes people either wake up or go sleep deeper. They start numbing out because they're afraid they don't know what to do, or they go deep into their heal. They start, wait a minute, what can I take? Elderberry? Well, let me take my ginger. Let me get my vitamin C. Let me go out and get some sun. They start to do what they always knew, right?
That they should have done.
They should have, and now we're getting serious. So the planet is shifting. It's either one way or the other. So in this time, I'm being called here now. My spirit's being called. The book just came out. My son said, Supernova Son, he said, "Mom, how will you leave? The book just dropped." I said, Spirit has destined for me to go forward, to go to Ghana. I have worked. I'm laying everything behind me.
Wow.
Y'all have it. I'm going now. So, but I know when I came, I was traveling. I said, Most High, show me, give me guidance, because I make no decision on my own. I know nothing. The Most High knows everything. So I tap within in my prayer, and my meditation. Most High said, Ghana is going to be the seat and the house of global healing. I wrote a book I didn't write the book. 76 healers wrote the book called Planet Heal. I gathered 76 healers together.
Wow.
Yes, and the sister who, just when I was closing it, the King Queen of the Congo, she sat with me and gave me words of medicine, and I put it right in the beginning of the book. Then I closed the book up. And I did not know the virus was coming and it was going to impact the entire whole world. It was written a year and a half before it hit. Planet Heal. Where's it going to be healing from? Ghana, West Africa. Wow. Why? Because Ghana did like this. Come, my children, come home to mother and embrace us. You have embraced us here throughout the diaspora, and everybody knows. And people are preparing to make their sojourn. So from my perspective of healing, I would say that this will be the land where people will come to heal themselves. Wow. And we will set up healing within sisters, women's homes, and they become the healer of their home. There will be the teaching. And then when they heal in their home, then their husbands already automatically heal. Their prostate issues he had, we cleared that up. High blood pressure, the women know, the herbs, the teas. This is our culture anyway. We just didn't believe. We lost faith.
We lost faith.
We lost faith, but it was already there all the time. And so you heal the families, right? And then you set up healing centers. Wellness centers, you gather the healers that are already here, the traditional healers, and lift them all the way up. And then you take those from the diaspora and raise them up and let them come together and then feed the nation. Wow. So one of the first things, the project I would like to do, team of wellness and healers that journey with me. So we want to see ourselves come back in August, right? And we're going to have our 9-day, Nine's Birthing Yourself healing retreat. The tourism is embracing us. So I said that's a reading. So if tourism is embracing us, then we're supposed to have a tour. Once we have the tour, we need musicians, we need art, because that's part of our culture. Dance and art and visual art and all of that together gets people excited about, well, this is a wonderful thing. So it's a festival of wellness and healing, and the world is watching us now. The world is following me. The world they're letting me know, and they're watching. So by the time we get to August 13th is my birthday. I've never celebrated my birthday. I refuse to. I'm only going to celebrate it. Well, because I said when my mission is full, then I will celebrate. Until my mission is full, I'm just going to go when my birthday comes. I retreat. Nobody can find me.
Wow.
August 13th, this is when we have our 9-day, because I feel like when I come on this land, and we're all healing on this mass level, 100 of us traveling from out the diaspora, those who are here embracing us, drumming us at the airport, celebrating, letting the whole world know this is the place you come to for all of the levels of healing. I have gathered so many forms of healing. I know what we need. And everyone doesn't need the same type of healing, but everybody does need to heal themselves. I myself heal every single day. Although I've been doing this for 50 years, in order for me to keep my stamina, my mental positive attitude, not being emotionally, heavy, I must heal every day once again. I get to breathe every moment. And let go of that stress. We also have to heal every day. And no matter what you did 10 years ago, today is a new day. Start your healing right now.
Start your healing right now. Now. We're going to go for a commercial break. When we come back, Mummy will tell us all the amazing people that she has worked with. Yes, she's not just a spiritual mother to everybody else, but she has amazing celebrities that she has worked with over the years. Welcome back from that short commercial break. We're still here, and trust me, I'm being healed right now. I know what I need to do straight after this show, okay? But before we go back to having the conversation about all the amazing people that you have worked with that are your spiritual masters, can we look at the medicines that you have on the table and what they can do for you?
Well, these herbal formulas, all from the garden, all from nature. It's all nature, it's all organic. And my family developed, well, I developed the forms and my family manufactured the formulas. My mother's 96 years young, and she still labels them.
96, and she labels them.
She still labels them, and she takes all the formulas, so it's for everyone.
Okay.
These, well, it's one more formula comes with it, and that's for cleaning out the colon.
Okay.
But these 6 formulas in total, it addresses 103 diseases.
Wow.
Okay, I won't say the word heals. It addresses. It helps to align the body. One of the ones that moved so quickly particularly during this time, is the breath of life.
Wow.
That is the eucalyptus and peppermint plants base. They take it internally. They can take it as a salve, run it on their chest or their back, make a big pot, steam it.
Okay.
There's all the different ways of taking it on and in, and that, I will say, my asthma, the allergies, the hay fever, the shortness of breath, the emphysema, the snoring, even the headaches. 2 or 3 drops, lime water. Squeeze 2 limes, warm water or room temperature, take this down. It opens up everything immediately. It's immediate. Okay, so that's one of the formulas to go up. This is a 7-day or 21-day detox kit.
Okay.
And when we come back to Ghana, and when everyone's coming with me, they'll all be on the products. Before we come, so they already started cleansing.
Okay.
Then we have the rejuvenation clay, and the clay is used for aches and pains.
Okay.
And what is aches and pains? It's just malnourishment to the bones and joints. When you nourish the bones and joints, you have no more pain. So you have a gauze, say it's knee pain, ankle pain, swollen ankles, back pain, headaches, tooth decay. You take a scoop on a gauze, put it where it needs to go. And after the 3rd application, sleep with it overnight.
Okay.
By the 3rd application, it is going into the bone and joint and knitted. While you're sleeping, you wake up, shower, next night again.
Put it on.
Next night again. By the time you get to the 3rd time, it would have put minerals into that bone and joint or that muscle, that nerve, and pulls out the congestion. This is Mother Earth. This is the soil healing us. And I know when I was on the plane, I saw the red clay. I said, I want to come here and work with that clay.
Yeah.
I want to open up a manufacturing plant and get women go to work.
Wow.
And then we just have clay and no pain in the world. And everybody's coming to Ghana to get their clay. So I have a vision when I first looked out from the window from the plane. Then this one is like the #1 use for every day.
Okay.
This is the Green Life nutritional formula. It's a brain food, a cell rejuvenator. So if you wake up with a brain fog, or if you have depression, or you have mood swings, it's malnourishment again. So this is your spirulina and your wheatgrass. The wheatgrass is coming from the soil. The spirulina is coming from the ocean. So you bring those 2 greens together, it builds up your skeletal structure. So no matter what your age is, you don't break down, you get stronger with age. This is for that. And those who are trying to lose a few pounds, take this 2 or 3 times a day, the weight just drops from you. So that's, and this, the next one, this is the master herbal formula. What are you addicted to? Addictions, all addictions are in the bloodstream. If you clean out the blood, you clean out the addiction.
Yep.
So there's 13 herbs that actually detoxifies the liver, the kidney, the gallbladder, the spleen. So there's an herb that's to address and pulls the poison out from the organ. And so 2 or 3 weeks of this, drugs, alcohol, coffee, fast food, junk food, or toxic relationship you're addicted to, it will clean all that out. And then this comes with 2 formulas. This is the colonese, and then also you have herbal laxative. Okay. I was a colon therapist for 15 years, which I would love to bring colonic irrigation here and teach the women, and you'll have a wellness center in that. And so the colon is extremely important for both women and men. Okay. Men who have erectile dysfunction, women who have womb pain every month, it's because the colon is prolapsed. Okay. The colon should be above the navel. If it's below the navel, that means you have 5 to 10 or 15 pounds of waste impacted. You know this if you have 3 meals a day, you should have 3 bowel movements a day. If you don't have that, at the end of the week, you have 10 meals backed up in the colon. The colon is soft tissue, so it's going to drop under the navel. That's when the problems begin. That colon goes under the navel, it sits on your bladder. So you have erectile dysfunction, or for both women and men, they have uncontrollable elimination. Then over the months or years, the colon now sitting on the bladder for such a long time, it now sits on the uterus. It causes constriction. That's where we get our pain from.
Yeah.
So now we're going to take the colon cleanser, eat your okra 3 or 4 times a week. Have your flaxseed. Drink more water. Most people are dehydrated. So you start to flush, you can flush through the elements of water. Taking the cascara sagrada 3 times a week, every other, right? Every other night. 8 o'clock, 2 glasses of water. Wake up in the morning, you flush out. You think it's your own doing, but you had help.
Yeah.
But that's just to get you started so your body will wake up
and then
flush
start
out.
doing it itself.
Do it yourself. You don't want to be locked into this. You want to be able to do it yourself. The colonies is castor oil, olive oil, vitamin E oil. Take that with lime water in the morning. That also regulates your colon. So I see a lot of people have distended abdomens. It's because it's pounds of waste impacted. And that waste in the colon, on the right side, for example, controls the brain. The transverse controls the trunk. And the descending controls your lower extremities. So if we clean all that out, you have no problem. And that's your colon wellness. So this whole kit, we can call it high blood pressure, diabetes, aches and pains. All of it's really toxicity, clean out, and malnourishment, build up. And that's what this products do.
Where can people buy it?
Well, they're going to be here.
Okay.
They're going to be here.
Can't wait for it.
They're going to be here in the next, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks. Queen Esther is my right hand. We've been sisters for 35 years plus, and she's going to be staying on the land. I'm going to be coming back every other month. I'll be back and forth. I'll be sending products because I know I waited all this time so that I could be strong enough in my work to be able to keep it going once I leave. There's no leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm still here. This is called the expansion.
Yes.
So once they start to, and then I teach them how to use the products. I give them a manual that's included with it, so they can have suggestions on how they're to eat to help to maintain them.
Yeah.
They have to have a maintenance program. And then with that, they're good.
Wow. You're spiritual mother to a lot of celebrities, Jada Pinkett, Erykah Badu, amongst others. How did that come about? Because I think everybody needs a spiritual mother, right? Someone to guide them and to help them along their journey. How did that come about?
It came about because I never stopped. Once I got well, I continued to walk the path. They might consider me a holistic evangelist. I kept talking about healing. I talk about it 7 days a week, all throughout the day, in my meditation. When I come out of my sleep, I hit the ground and I start teaching about the wellness. So eventually, if you have a vision, you hold on to it strong, you know that it's working, you keep it going, and then it will just spread to wherever it needs to spread. So after 50 years of being focused, no days off from it, I mean, I'm in it, and my vacation is wellness. My joy is wellness. My friends is wellness. Everything I do is based on the healing. So it goes into family and friends. And then when I start to do my show on Sunday, Sacred Sunday, or Sacred Space, then what ends up happening is people start picking up the book. Oh, Queen, these are famous people. Say, oh, I have the book. Oh, I'm interviewing them. Everyone has the book. So it's like best kept secret that everyone has. So it's no real secret. And so this is probably the first book that has been able to last this long and this strong. But it's because I wrote it from the people. I listened to the cries. I listened to the suffering. And I would always ask, how can I help us in the suffering? And so your words and your feelings is actually quilted into the book. That's why you feel connected, because it's really you. When you look at the cover, it's really yourself. And you look at it, you say, oh, wait, she's so beautiful. She's in prayer. She's in meditation. The water is coming out of her heart. That means that's her tears. So many women have cried on me. They have cried around me. But I'm saying it's okay. Cry your heart out and then stand up and let's take our walk together. I am them and they are me. I don't see a separation. So with that, I'm connected to everyone. So when I write, I'm hearing you. I'm feeling your mother, even if I've never met her. I feel what she needed for her daughter. And so all of that is inside of the work, and that's the connection to the artists. Because we're all stars.
That's true.
You know, we all have a light within us. And when we start to feel better, it's an affirmation that says, I am that I am. A shining being dwelling in light. That is another prayer that the Most High gave to us, an affirmation of who we really are. So we start tapping into the wellness of who we are and clean out all the muck and the mire and the pain and the confusion and the toxic mental thoughts and relationships, we get a chance to meet who we really are. And we're so beautiful and we're so wonderful. So that's the work.
Thank you so much. You have been so inspiring the last 45 minutes of this show. And I'm sure that everybody that is watching has been impacted on. Your last word to the young women out there who feel like there's nowhere to turn to. What would be your words to them to encourage them?
Everything is in the circle. Just look. Not so much with these eyes, the physical eye. Look from the spiritual eye. Do your meditation.
The third eye.
The first eye or the third eye. Look from that place. Mary said in their song, the God in me.
The God in me.
Tap into your divine spiritual self. We all have a spirit that's waiting for us to ask the question. Ask the question about anything you have in your heart that you want healed up. And when you go inside, you pray and you say, Most High, what should I do about my finance? What should I do about my relationship? I'm feeling broken. What is my work? Whatever that question is that you have, ask from that deep place. Get up early in the morning, between the hours of 4 and 6. Light a candle. If you don't have a candle, light a candle in your heart. Get a journal. And what comes through after you ask the question, write it down. That's spirit writing.
Wow.
And just let it pour out of you. And then have some water after or before. And then look at what has come through, you say, and then say, thank you. Thank you, Most High. And in that writing, you will know who to go to and what to read and what products. And what, you'll be guided now. Now that you've opened yourself up to have faith and trust in yourself and your intuition, which is our greatest gift as a woman, to trust our intuition, then everything else will open up. Even us being together right now. There are women who need this book desperately. They may not understand it when they read it, but I'm here. You're here. Queen Esther's here. We're going to form a circle in Ghana.
Absolutely.
And we're going to have a chapter here for Sacred Women. And we're going to bring the works. I have a school. I want to teach the women the teaching that I have for them.
Wow.
So they'll be good.
They will be good. We'll all be good. We will all be healed. Absolutely. Sacred Women. If you haven't got the book, guys, it's on Amazon. Go on Amazon, order your book, and let it be a blessing onto you. I can't thank Queen Afua enough for coming on the show. God bless you for all the work that you are doing in the community around the world, around the globe. Truly being a blessing for all of us, especially in Ghana. We can't wait for you to come back in August, because every single woman right here in Ghana will be there to embrace you and to welcome you. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I will see you next time. God bless.